Well, if you have the wrong president, the countries have tremendous influence over us. You know, look, why did we go to an income tax system instead of a tariff system? We had the wealthiest nation. If you go back to the 1800s, 1887, we had money. So much money, we didn't know what to do with it. But the countries at that time, same, no different. They have a tremendous influence over this country. For whatever reason, I don't know. But they do. So if you have the wrong president, they'll change the system in 2 minutes. They'll change it. And the drug companies are very powerful too. You have to deal with them. In this case, it was both. You had a problem with the drug companies, but you had a tougher problem in theory, other than the fact that I understood how to deal with them. And I'm the tariff king. And the tariff king has done a great job. And I hope we win the Supreme Court case, because if we don't, it'd be a shame for our country. It'd be a shame. We have a great, safe, beautiful country now. We're doing better than we've ever done. We hit 42 stock market highs during the 11-month period that I've been here. There's never been anything like it. Stock market's hitting a new high again today. So it's been incredible. So just to end it on this, because it's such a big subject and it can't be explained by reading as good as my speechwriter as he's fantastic, but he can't write it in one sentence what we're talking about. So we're going to get most favoured nations. We will be taking prescription drugs down to levels never even contemplated. And that's all great for healthcare, because when you're paying a tiny fraction of what you had anticipated paying prior to today, prior to this month, this all took place over the last month and a half. And the sad part is that when we first announced it, and we did it in a little bit less, more general form, when we first announced it, the Times did a story on page 22 or something, way back in the little story in the back of the newspaper. This is the biggest revolution in the history of medicine in this country, because it's price. You're going to buy the drugs for a small fraction of what you were paying for them last month. And I tell the story of my first term. I was the one, after 28 years, that got drug prices down. It was either 1/4 or 1/8 of 1%. I got them down for the year. First time in 28 years. I was so proud of myself. I called the news conference. I said, "Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in 28 years, drug prices have gone down for the year. 1/8 of a point." In fact, I had a chart. It was the worst chart I've ever seen. It was a line that went from January to December, and it was dead straight.